I'm Liz McDaniel presenting for EDU 548 with Dr. Joe Aguilard. These are instructional strategies for a lesson plan on macromolecules for freshman level post-secondary biology, beginning with the anticipatory set. Okay, so hopefully you all remember the good old periodic table, and if you recall from the previous lesson, although there are over 100 known elements, living organisms are mainly comprised of these 5 highlighted in yellow, which are hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and sulfur. We do also see other elements in living organisms, such as these ones circled in red, copper, zinc, sodium, magnesium, potassium, and calcium, etc. But these are found in trace amounts. Our focus today is going to be on macromolecules, which, as their name implies, are very large, or at least large as far as molecules are concerned, because they're made of hundreds or even thousands of atoms bonded together. If you have taken chemistry, you know that there are different types of chemical bonds, and these bonds are important if you're going to study physiology later on. But today we're going to focus on the categories of macromolecules. There are 4, where they're found, and what they do inside living systems. And the macromolecule, which is probably the most popular, is protein. We are all encouraged by dietitians to consume lots of healthy, lean protein to promote muscle growth and keep us full. But why exactly? What are proteins and why are they important? The reason why humans need to consume lots of protein is because of their fundamental structures called amino acids, which, as you can see from the image on the left, are made up of these 4 basic life elements: carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and hydrogen. Proteins can be comprised of hundreds and even thousands of these amino acids, which are then folded in varied yet highly ordered ways. Proteins perform many functions throughout the human body, as well as in other animals, plants, and microorganisms, such as nutrient transport, metabolism, enzyme reactions, and regulation. Carbohydrates are our next macromolecule, and we hear a lot about carbohydrates in popular culture as well. Once again, look at all that carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. In this image are 2 of the most basic carbohydrates, which are sugars down below. We have fructose and glucose here. As you can see, their only variance in these 2 is their structure. The way that these base elements bind together changes their taste, as well as their function in the cell. Carbohydrates may be as simple as these or may contain several hundred hydrocarbon chains, such as glycogen in the image above, which is a massive carbohydrate stored in the liver. Lipids are fats. We see them in butter, oils, some vegetables, and in animal foods. Lipids are the primary component of our cell membranes. If you look at this image here, you'll see that once again there's a whole bunch of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. In our cell membranes, there are over 1,000 different types of phospholipids that are constantly being manufactured to serve and protect all of that precious intracellular material, which we will learn about later on. The important thing to know about lipids today is that they are generally composed of a head region, that's that carbon-oxygen bit on the left end of these 2, and a hydrocarbon tail, which can range from long to short and be either stick straight or bent due to 1 or more double bonds between the carbons on that carbon backbone that you see there. And finally, the most glorious of all macromolecules, or at least the most widely studied, is DNA. Deoxyribonucleic acid is composed of 4 base nucleic acids, which are adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. Nucleic acids pair up with each other, adenine with thymine, cytosine with guanine, to form the familiar double helix structure that we see in this image. Amazingly, these 4 base nucleic acids code for every single tissue, cell, and protein of every single organism on Earth. This is accomplished through a coding system similar to the alphabet or binary code that transcribes groups of 3 nucleic acids to specific amino acids in proteins. We will dig deeper into genetics and protein transcription later on, but for now, just note that the nucleic acids from DNA are the information source of all life on Earth.